DynamicCardStore.com to get the cards. Icons, legends aiming at the stars. Hursty at checkout to save you plenty. Now your bank account won't be staying empty. DynamicCardStore.com. Use code Hursty. Go on.
Hey there guys, welcome back to Hursty Games and welcome to the final pre-FIFA 21 video you are going to see on the channel, and that is because today is the day of the FIFA 21 10 hours early access. Now sadly I'm away right now, I'm on holiday. I have filmed this in advance to release for today to try and give you guys the best advice that I possibly can for how to use your 10-hour early access. Now when I'm back, I will be live, I will be streaming my 10 hours early access as well for you guys to see and keep up in the loop of what I'm doing during the early access. But this video right now, I'm going to run down things that I recommend to you guys to do as soon as you can on your 10 hours. So without further ado, let's get into this. Let's talk about those 10 hours. Let's make it happen. Now, all the things I'm going to suggest to you are A, things that I'm going to try and achieve, and B, basing it off the fact that you are playing Ultimate Team. So I'm not going to talk about career mode here or pro clubs or anything like that. I'm talking about purely Ultimate Team. So one of the first things I recommend to do, it's a bit tedious, it's a little bit monotonous. However, I recommend playing squad battles. Now there's two reasons for this. Firstly, squad battles are a set thing that you get to do 40 games of just like everybody else, and Div Rivals is the exact same. Now, the reason I'm suggesting squad battles over Div Rivals is squad battle rewards are out on Mondays, Div Rival rewards are out on Thursdays. Now, the 6th of October is the 3-day early access. So if you're like myself, you've got the Champion or Ultimate Edition, you'll be playing the game from the 6th of October, which is a Tuesday. That gives you Tuesday, Wednesday to play your Div Rival games, which are, again, like squad battles this year, 40 games that you get ranked on. The other games you don't get ranked on, you just get your coins and whatever for actually playing the games. But those 40 games you can do in those days, in that time period. Squad battles, you will miss out on those first week of rewards completely if you don't play those games on that 10-hour early access. So you're giving yourself A, access to extra coins and packs that people who are not playing squad battles will not get, and B, you can still utilize your time if you've got the 3-day early access to actually try and get your Div Rival games done then. So that gives you double the rewards for using that time in squad battles. So I highly recommend utilize that time and play squad battles. Now, the first couple of games, you're going to be finding your level, and obviously you're going to be using a not particularly great team. However, if you did the objectives at the end of 20 like myself with those coin boosts, I'm fairly sure you'll get those coin boosts straight away. I don't think you'll get the pack straight away. I think you'll be given those on either the 6th or the 9th. Don't quote me on that. That is just a prediction. But with those coins, I would suggest trying to make some early investments, which we'll talk about now. Now, there are going to be some players that are going to just skyrocket in price anyway, and those are the kind of players that realistically you're not going to be able to afford in 10 hours unless you get lucky enough to pack them yourselves. However, if you're packing any big beasts, I personally don't think I'm going to sell them straight away because people aren't going to have the coins to buy these big players. So player prices are not going to be met. So let's say you list a player for 1 million coins. Who's going to have 1 million coins after playing the game for less than 10 hours? Realistically, nobody. Nobody's going to have those coins. So what I'm going to be trying to do is a look at those cheap beasts, those players that look like they are very good and very meta or early and desirable for the game. So sort of like we saw Antonio last year hit 10k for like the first 2 weeks of the game. Basically, you want to find those kind of players that aren't going to be at that 10k mark yet, but you know, are sitting a little bit cheaper because again, people don't have coins. People don't have 10,000 coins to go and spend on their first team striker. So some players we've seen some examples of, Richarlison for example this year, a lower rated card that looks phenomenal for the start of the game. There's been lots of talks of Emre Can. Valverde's a bit of a different one. I think Valverde's 83 rated if I'm not wrong. But you've got people like Delaney. You've got players like, for example, you've got Kamara at left back. You've got Klosterman and Mukiele, Upamecano, all of these kind of defenders as well that are not particularly high rated but look incredibly meta, and therefore their prices between the 6th and the 9th is just going to rocket upwards. So my recommendation, what I would suggest to do with that 10 hours is use that time, play squad battles, and if you've got a little bit of interim time, you want to take a bit of a break from the game, turn off your game so you're not using your hours, go on to someone like Footbin, or just pay attention to the market on your web app. You can use your web app as well so you don't utilize your hours, and pay attention to the market, see what players are looking at. And then if you're not confident with buying or trading on the web app, I myself am not particularly confident on the web app. I don't seem to pick up many wins or trades on the web app, so I like and prefer to do it in game. But if you do all of your research and look into all of these players on the web app to save those hours on the actual game and then go and do a little bit of trading, but I try and keep the trading or investments to a minimum using the time on the 10 hours if you can. Like myself, it's not my favorite, but I'd much prefer to use that time and actually just put that on the web app and just play those squad battle games, get as high rank as you can. I would say realistically it's very attainable to try and hit that gold 1 for most people this week. I think it's going to be very, very attainable just to get a bunch of games done and just get at least gold something in squad battles, because that like 10+k in a couple of packs is really going to boost your start to ultimate team 100%. Now, one thing people could try and do at the start of the game as well is a little bit to do with bronze pack. Now, I know I'm going to sound crazy. I know people are going to go, you're already talking about bronze pack. The game's not even out yet. I promise you, I made 3 mil coins off of bronze pack this year on FIFA 20. So I believe in bronze pack. It is the way forward. Trust me. But what I'm saying is, if you don't find any big meta players to put those coins into, try a couple of bronze packs, try and get a couple of bronze players into the club, and those early SBCs that you need those bronze links from, if you get a player that's French or English or German or Brazilian or any of these kind of nations, I guarantee you they'll go for a couple of 100 coins and you'll probably make your money back like that plus a bit of profit. So I think it's a very cheap risk-free investment to do. I wouldn't utilize all your coins into an early game. I'm not going to suggest that, because without trying BPM on 21 when we haven't got fitness cards, I'm not going to try and suggest for you guys to do that straight away, because I don't know what the market's going to be like yet. So until I'm aware of that, I'm not going to suggest it wholeheartedly, but it is something to consider. And if I try it and it works well, then I'll tell you guys on the stream ASAP. But those are the main things I am going to suggest to you for the start of your 10-hour early access. Now, I've kept this short, I've kept it like quick, and I just want to get this out there and tell you guys how I plan on starting. Now, I will be starting my 10 hours on the 2nd, as that is when I am home. So in the evening of the 2nd, I will start my 10 hours early access. Probably do a few more hours on the Saturday, and then on the Monday, I'll use the rest of my hours ready for our 24-hour stream on the 6th of October. So the Tuesday, I am starting midnight to midnight, doing the entirety of the 6th of October UK time. So if you want to be there, make sure you turn on notifications and you'll be notified when we go live. But thank you very much for watching this video. Hopefully you guys enjoy the start of your 10 hours early access. Gutted that I'm not going to be here right for the start of it, but I'll catch up. Don't you worry about that. But for now, guys, I want to say a massive thank you for watching. I've been Tom. You guys have been awesome, and I'll see you soon. Look after yourselves, and of course, wash your hands. See you later.
Nah, his name is Hursty. Slap bald head, yeah, it'll probably hurt me. Bang top bins, it'll probably hurt you. Ginger, streamer, platform, YouTube. Drop a name in the chat, or say hello. Entertain, yeah, you already know. Capital H, yeah, I'm a read it slow. Hursty games, yeah, you already know.